In this video, I'm going to show you guys the best gaming monitors for competitive Fortnite. We're going to consider the best budget option, the best mid-range option, and the best overall monitor without restrictions on the budget. Before the video starts, I just wanted to let you guys know that the products that I will be mentioning in this video will be in the link in the description for you guys to check out. It's just extremely convenient for you. It's a direct way to access these products, and it also supports the channel. Starting off with the best budget gaming monitor in the world, and it's none other than the KTC 24.5-inch 1080p 180Hz monitor. This is an extremely underrated monitor, but it's one of the best monitors for competitive gaming in general. The monitor has an IPS panel, which is pretty good for Fortnite. It's not OLED, but even then, I even prefer personally the IPS screen for shooters like Fortnite anyway. Regardless, this monitor has pretty much everything you need from a monitor. It has a 1080p display, which is pretty good even by today's standards. The refresh rate is also really good. 180Hz is insanely good. Anything past 144Hz is honestly not that noticeable anymore for a lot of people. However, there is a small difference when it comes to general latency and input delay from the monitors. And to be honest, 180Hz is a great sweet spot for gaming. KTC is also a pretty reputable brand also. They aren't considered mainstream like Asus or BenQ, but they are still really good. For $97, you're getting a full-blown gaming monitor that I guarantee you will not be disappointed and you will not regret purchasing. I highly recommend it. The best mid-range monitor we're going to consider here is insanely good for the price. If anything, I actually prefer this monitor over the previous one in terms of a price to performance ratio. The monitor in question here is the Acer Nitro 24.5-inch 1080p 280Hz monitor. In my opinion, this is an insanely good value monitor despite it being the mid-range option. This 280Hz monitor costs $129, which is probably the cheapest 280Hz monitor that you can buy that's actually genuinely good. There are 240Hz and 280Hz monitors that are cheaply made and that aren't actually good for competitive Fortnite. This monitor is genuinely good. I even used it myself for about a few months, and the only reason I switched is because I preferred a 1440p monitor. However, I personally wouldn't switch off this monitor if you don't care about 1440p at all, or if you're good with 1080p. Acer is a really good brand as well. They fall under the category of mainstream brands like Asus. This monitor does have a VA panel, which isn't the most optimal panel for a competitive shooter like Fortnite. However, I believe that a lot of the features and performance that this monitor is capable of definitely makes up for the difference. Highly recommend this monitor for everyone, and honestly, I highly suggest getting this monitor right now while it's on sale because $129 is insanely cheap for this monitor. Now, the most overpowered monitor in Fortnite right now is up for debate, but in my opinion, BenQ monitors in general are the fastest monitors because of their DIAC technology. In my opinion, this BenQ Zowie 540Hz 1080p monitor is the fastest monitor in the market, and if you can afford to spend $900 on a monitor, then it's really, really good. However, I don't even recommend this monitor to buy if you don't want to spend that much money on a monitor because you really don't have to spend that much money. There's not even a single PC in the world that can run Fortnite at stable 540 FPS anyway, so you would just get diminishing returns with the 540Hz monitor. In my opinion, a better option when it comes to BenQ monitors is this 280Hz variant of the same monitor. $500 is again pretty high, but this monitor will provide a competitive edge and you can definitely give it a go if you have the money to do so. However, once again, you don't have to spend this much money on Fortnite, but if you want to, these two are the absolute best in the market. Once again, I have all the Amazon links of the products in the description. If you guys want to buy these products for yourself, check them out in the link in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.